Okay, so I'm Morgan Emick, and I'm doing an interview with
Jack Settles.
Okay. He used to live with an RA here in Creswell. So if you could tell me about what you expected your first year experience to be like.
In terms of like living?
In terms of just living and...
So I got into Georgia really late.
Mm-hmm.
I had to appeal, and so I didn't get in until the end of May.
Okay.
And so when I was like trying to figure out housing, I didn't get any information. I didn't know where I'd be living, how I was gonna like be assigned, or whether or not I was gonna pick where I was gonna live. So I got assigned my roommate about 2 weeks after they said that I was going to get to pick my roommate, or where I was living at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an email, and it said I was living with Nolan Murphy, and I was like, okay, cool. I came up to Athens to go meet him in July, and he told me that I was living with the RA. So housing didn't even tell it to me.
Wow.
It was Nolan himself. And I was like, okay, well that's a little weird because that doesn't normally happen. And then he told me how there's, I think they took 500 or 600 extra freshmen this year, more than they normally do. And then Creswell Hall is being renovated, so that takes away almost like 1,000 kids' rooms. Yeah. So there's like kind of a big shortage, so a lot of RAs have had to give up their rooms. So at first I was just kind of thinking, this is horrible, I don't want to live with an RA. I thought it was going to be terrible. But I did for the first couple of weeks, and honestly it wasn't that bad. I got along really well with him, and I still keep in touch with him, and still hang out with him and all, so he's a cool guy. But eventually I was moved when spots opened up, because it's just temporary housing.
So, did UGA housing, how did they, so they didn't tell you that you were rooming with an RA?
Nope.
Did they inform you that this would be temporary, or?
They said supplemental housing, so kind of a different way around it.
Okay.
And
what did you think when they said supplemental housing? What came to mind?
I was just thinking like it was more so they had to like convert old dorms or like other buildings into dorms, or maybe like a lounge room into a dorm, because they had to like create extra space. I didn't think at all that that the RAs would be giving up single rooms. And all honesty, I forgot that RAs even existed when I was thinking about all this.
Right, exactly.
So I didn't find out until I came and met him.
How do you think your experience would have been different had you come in and had just a freshman roommate?
If I were on the same hallway that I was on, it would have been fine. I love that hallway. I still hang out up there. All my friends are up there. Had I just had like a normal freshman roommate, I probably wouldn't have been able to be in Creswell. I probably would have been stuck somewhere else. I have no idea where. It could have been like Brown Hall on the Health Sciences campus, which I did not want to do that.
Yeah. Why didn't you want to do that?
It's too far.
Too far? Okay.
And I've kind of realized like that hallway up on the 6th floor is so much fun. Like we're all kind of like friends now. Wow. And at first I thought that was normal for all the high rises, but talking with other people and just being in the other hallways, I realized it's not really all that normal.
Wow.
So I think it just kind of helped that I was living with Nolan, because like people always had to walk in and give him like forms and stuff. So I just left the door open, and then I ended up getting to talk to all of them.
Wow. So it ended up working out for you.
It was better than I thought it would be.
Great. And then, so living with an RA, I know you said you didn't expect it, and when you met him, what were your emotions when you found out that you'd be living in with an RA and wouldn't have like the typical freshman living experience off the bat?
At first I was like, okay, this is gonna be kind of weird. Like,
why would it be weird?
The RA,
you can be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean the RA, like he has to enforce rules.
Right.
And some of those rules, I'm pretty sure every college freshman breaks. But you know, honestly, like Nolan's a very nice, laid-back RA. He was very catering to like my situation as well, because like he was like, I'm really kind of sorry that you have to do this, because he knows like freshmen want to live with other freshmen. But it worked out fine. Nice.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm glad it worked out for you, and I'm glad you ended up actually getting to live back in Creswell. Do you know any friends that weren't so lucky and didn't get to live in Creswell and were put in supplemental housing? And
yeah, I have one friend who lives in University Village,
Okay.
which he likes that actually. I guess he got lucky enough to where he got his own room in like the apartments.
Oh my gosh.
Whereas I've heard a lot of people in University Village, they don't get their own room in the apartment, so I don't know how that worked out.
Right.
I know this hallway had another RA roommate situation, and it was weird when I was moving into here. I saw him moving out because it was like the last day that everybody had to be out, and I was like, why didn't he just get this room? It's like 2 doors down. But
so the housing, maybe the way they do things, it wasn't exactly clear to students exactly.
no, it's not clear to students.